Tell me it gets better. Say that it gets better. O.P.S. I'm O.P.S. I'm gay-ish.
Hello, everyone in the podcast universe. This is Gayish,
the podcast that has got mo's and different area codes.
I'm so drunk, I'm just laughing.
Yay! You're required to laugh after everything I say in that opening part.
I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz.
And we're here to bridge the gap between sexuality and actuality.
And if you're just tuning in, because we're actually starting our episode right now.
It is our 100th episode right this very second.
This minute.
Yes.
To the minute.
However, to celebrate our 100th episode, Kyle and I have just finished 100 shots of beer.
It is like power hour for dummies that decide to drink 100 of them instead of 60. It is called, instead of power hour, it's called Century Club.
Yeah.
And we just finished taking 100 shots of beer in 100 minutes. So, and we're still somehow, most people are like, goodbye after that, but we're still drinking.
People are so nice to us.
That's very true. Thank you all for listening and joining.
Okay, when I was in college, this was a lot more difficult. I think I'm just
drunker,
an alcoholic now.
Yeah.
Except
what?
In college, I used to say, and I thought I was being funny, if I wasn't in college, somebody could call me an alcoholic.
Oh.
No, it's not true.
Now you just keep drinking.
I'm real good at drinking.
Well, good for you. Yes, we are looking and feeling great. We are doing this on a live video, but some of you may be listening as a normal episode because of time is weird. Again, this is very weird for a podcast because not only... Hello.
Time is weird.
If you're hearing this live, this doesn't make sense, so ignore us, but we're coming live at you from the facial.
Future.
Oh, future.
It's 2020.
It's
2019. Sorry. I'm so drunk.
Thank you. We also are joined by, if you don't know quite yet, we are joined. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, music. Where did that go? Did that come from your computer or mine? I don't know. Okay.
Mine's on mute.
Oh, is that your phone or something? Anyway, so if you're just joining us, we are joined today by Dan fucking Garlington. Hi,
fucking
Dan.
Garlington.
Oh, fucking.
Wait, do you prefer Dan fucking Garlington or fucking Dan
DFG
Garlington?
or FDG?
I like the lead with the fucking.
Okay,
fucking Dan Garlington. Okay,
let's start with the fucking.
Start with the fucking. Hey, Dan.
Hi, Kyle. Mike.
Why are you joining us? What are you doing?
So I spent the last
being our bitch
couple hours, yeah, being alternately sub and dom, pouring 200 shots of beer
right.
and then forcing you guys to drink them on time.
Thank you. You may remember Dan from trying to pretend like bonobo's pronounced a different way that it's pronounced and like giving us so many corrections that he just eventually stopped and just tells them to us in person because they're numerous and plentiful. But he is here today. Not only he just helped us do Century Club, so we didn't have to pay attention. What are you giggling at, Mike?
No, I love our listeners.
Oh, they're great.
They made me happy. They supported us through the shit show that we are.
Thick and thick. And Dan, now you have all the questions. You're going to be asking both questions that people have written in, tweeted in, insted in.
Insted? I think that's a verb now, right?
DM'd
it, yeah. You
Dungeon mastered?
You've
DP'd it. Oh,
DP'd
wait, no, not
in. I tried that once, it didn't work. I'm
a fan.
So not only will you be asking those questions, but if anyone is listening right now live, you can go to the Facebook Live video and ask your questions in the comments there.
But wait, if they're hearing this now, they're not already there.
Oh, that's true. If you're hearing this now and not in the Facebook Live, Congratulations, you're magic. Like, we don't know how you did that, but good for you. We don't really get what we're doing either, so it's fine. Anyway, so do you want to like jump right in, Mike? I mean, you don't have news because in 2018 nothing happened. It was a really pretty quiet year.
Yeah.
Or do you have like top news stories that you remember that?
No, I only have bottom news stories. No, I have no news because you told me not to.
Did I tell you that? Or
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
Yeah.
I think you just knew that.
Was it at the party last night he told you not to have
Oh,
news?
God.
Oh, I was drunk, so I
Okay.
don't know. New Year's Eve party.
Last night was nuts.
And my penis too.
the nuts and the dick.
nuts and dick.
Yeah. Okay. Let's jump in.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Wait, we're gonna do Q's and we're gonna A them.
We have so much A. Mm-hmm. We're gonna sit our A on your Q. Okay, Dan.
So should I just start at the top?
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
at the top.
Dan is doing our Q's.
Dan is topping us.
All right. So first question we have, hi, Kyle.
Hi.
My partner has a really huge dick, but I have a tiny butthole. Every time we try to have anal sex, it hurts so much, and I had to stop it. Luckily, he really respects and likes me, so he said he'll never hurt me and stopped. But I start to worry that I'll never be able to satisfy him. What should or can I do? Thank you so much, Jay.
Give him to me.
You stay out of this. Jay does not want you in. Okay. Hi, listener. Thank you for the question.
Hello, Jay.
Hello, Jay. Is your dick shaped like a J? But
What?
okay. I have dealt with this exact scenario. I know you're all tired of hearing about my tiny fucking butthole, but okay, here are the steps I recommend. First of all, worried that you're not satisfying. If he likes you, if he's into you, you will both make this work together. I think that's the most important thing. Like that, if you are in a serious committed relationship, there's going to be things that don't work exactly like you think, or they're like, you'll make this work. You will satisfy him because that's an important part of the relationship. And whether it's with your ass or someone else's ass or toys or hands or whatever, you'll make it work. So don't worry about satisfying him. What you want to worry about is your own pleasure and happiness. And getting fucked in the ass, even when you have a tiny butthole, feels great. So think about yourself and...
Yeah. No, I'm go for it. Yeah.
Okay. So what I recommend is on your own, get him out of the picture, because at first you need to explore it yourself and figure yourself out. That's what I didn't know. I thought I had to learn this with someone else's dick. Learn it with your own, not your own dick, because that's very bendy, but get gauged butt plugs. There are butt plugs that start real small and then get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so get lube on your own while you're masturbating.
And think about it like a video game. Like you need to level up.
You need to level up. You're on level 0. You're in the training zone. So get a ton of lube. You need to touch your butt with your finger. If you were live in the Facebook video, you would see. Eventually, you will be able to, the tiniest butthole, like you have poops 10 times bigger than this butt plug. So you will be able to, on your own, get that butt plug in you and just chill out with it. And I think actually I heard this from Dan Savage. He has a great podcast, Savage Love. And so get the... I almost knocked my mind over. Okay, get that butt plug in you and then jerk off with it in you. And what you're starting to do is associate your butt plug, something in your butt, with pleasure. And also it feels real good. By the way, having a butt plug in while you come, feels great. So do that. And then this is all on your own, all while you're figuring yourself out. You'll get a little bit, eventually you'll come to the point where you have your butt plug in and you stand up and it falls right out. I did that. I've done that before. I stood up and I was like, oh no, this isn't big enough anymore. So then you'll like work up the other butt plugs. You'll, as they get bigger, then you can start to like insert like, just at the end, it's just like real small. So you just start to insert that and put that in back and forth. So you'll learn your own self and you'll help work out your butt.
Work out your butt.
And it'll get bigger and bigger like with that. And this is the foreplay you need to do. So before you take your big dick, nowadays I get out my butt plugs. I really do.
Like a buffet.
Like a buffet of butt plugs. And I'm like, all right, we're starting with little guy, little Peter Piper. He's going in first. So That's part that can either be you on your own prepping for him, or that can be part of your play of your partner. If he's cool, it sounds like he's cooling down, so he's going to slowly, like he's going to use that on you, and that's going to be real fun. He's going to get to put a butt plug in you, and it's going to be real tight, and he's going to get to like, ooh, yeah, and then get it all the way in, and then move on to the next one. And then you'll start to incorporate the butt plugs in there, and then eventually you will be loose enough to stick his dick in there, and then that's a blast.
Blast off.
With cum. Okay.
Into Kyle.
Did I explain enough about tiny buttholes?
Yeah, I was going to ask, though. So Jay-Z, your ex-boyfriend, did he learn how to bottom because he had a giant dick? Like that's the only option that you have?
Yes. To fuck me was very difficult. And a lot of times when he did, I just let it happen because I thought I was supposed to. And it wasn't that good. When it was great is when we worked up to it. I had some poppers and alcohol and weed. Like, I got like real fucked up so that I would just be relaxed and open. And then he would fuck me and it was great. Most of the time, my butt is... it's like, do we have 13 hours to fuck? No? Okay, well then I need to fuck you. Because like...
but like... I often wonder, like, how many guys with giant dicks just...
47. Wait, sorry, what was your
next question?
No, what were you?
This week? Or
how many of them learn to bottom because they don't have any options?
There are big dick guys out there that are like, I have to bottom because no one can take this. And it's like, if you... as a bottom, you learn that, okay, this is what I need to get fucked. I feel like it should be the same thing for tops of like... I don't know if this bottom is going to be ready, like even on a hookup, like I'm going to prepare to fuck this guy. So I'm going to bring my own assortment of lube and toys and shit and weed and whatever you want to bring so that I can fuck him. Like you as a top should also kind of be ready, or you can do a lot of this shit with like lube and fingers, but like.
Kyle, I have a question.
Okay. On our Q&A episode? That's weird.
Yeah. Is it okay if I black out while we're recording the podcast?
I have a question for you.
Yes.
How many times have you already blacked out while we were recording an episode?
I don't think yet.
That's a lie, a flat out lie, because I've been like, hey, do you want to keep in the joke about like, Jesus raping a goat? And you're like, I don't really remember saying that necessarily. You've done it at least a handful of times. Dan.
Next question, Dan.
all right. The next question is, what is the new Tumblr? Where are we supposed to get porn now? Also, for the record, I do not hear the option on the hotline to fuck Mike's ass as he was alluded to in the 99th episode. I was disappointed.
Okay.
Blackout. Do you remember saying that? I don't remember you saying that.
I do remember saying that.
You said you would put an option to fuck your ass on the hotline?
No, but I did say fuck my ass.
Oh.
Which is that's a thing that naturally comes out of my mouth when I make a mistake.
That's true. You're always like, oh no, blah, 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 fuck my ass, fuck me running.
Fuck me running is the other one.
Yeah.
I say that a lot. Yeah.
So what we need is really like, if you speak English, press 1. If you want to fuck Mike's ass, press 2. Anyway,
hopefully we would get so many voicemails that were just like the sound of the number 2 button. Great.
Mike, what's the new Tumblr?
The new Tumblr is Instagram.
Well, that was easy. Go to Instagram.
Next
Gay.
question.
I think we're both in the minority. Minority. I'm drunk. We're both in the minority, and neither of us use Tumblr for porn.
Oh, I do.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
You lied to me.
I mean, okay. I don't troll Tumblr for porn, or didn't.
Troll has such a negative connotation.
My feet stink. I took my shoes off so I could get more comfortable, and like my socks smell like
we
ass.
all regret it. Okay, you wait. You did or you did not use Tumblr for porn?
Okay, I did not use. Like, I wouldn't. I'm like, okay, horny. I want to like look at something and get myself off. I'm going to go on. Tumblr's not where I would go for that.
Okay, where would you go to help answer? Oh.
Hold on, but we have listeners that would send me shit from Tumblr.
Oh, that's true.
And I would go there, and it would work for me. I would.
You need a curated Tumblr,
Yes.
aka
Yes. Joe from Dallas.
Joe from Dallas. No, I was going to say aka Pornhub. Oh, no. Okay, so what is your, since neither of us use it as our primary thing,
Yeah.
let's tell them what we do so that, what do you use for porn?
Let's see. Pornhub's good.
Pornhub?
Xtube is good.
Eh.
Monstercockland.com is good.
It's like Disneyland, but better. You're making that up, right?
No.
You're not?
No.
Are you serious?
Go there now.
Hold on. Sorry, I got real loud and the headphones got... Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I already have something saved. It's the title of this that, like, it's one of those, you know, in Chrome where you like, or any web browser where like you start typing in something you've already been to and it's like, hey, you probably mean this. A frat house party turns into gangbangs. My favorite part about that is it turns into gangbangs. One should be enough because that's a lot.
I mean, that frat house has multiple floors. So
Stop describing my fantasy. Monstercock.ws.
no, monstercockland.com.
Oh, okay. Well, different recommendation. Monstercock.ws. Land.com. Okay, my porn routine, ever since I learned about this, it changed my life. Gaymailtube.com.
Gay Male Tube. Is that owned by Pornhub or like?
It's owned by
Okay.
sexy men. I don't know.
I have a conspiracy theory. Here is my tinfoil hat moment. I think that all porn is owned by one company. Like there's the Comcast of porn, and
like
that's
Pepsi Cola is like,
Yes.
here's how we reached.
or
Okay.
Nabisco. Like they own everything from Cheez-Its to smokes. Like I think there's one company that makes all the porn.
See, yeah. Okay, if gaymailtube.com is actually like where I go because it's like a Pornhub style thing, but it just has a lot of great redtube.com.
Okay.
That's another one.
I think that's racist.
Sorry, Russians.
Um,
Speaking of Red Scare,
So one of the listeners on the Facebook Live feed it said Cumbler is a thing, which you guys were talking about that before
Yeah.
we started
you
recording.
were Dan. Tell us about you were.
Yeah, Cumbler spelled just like Tumblr, but with a C instead of a T. Why did I even need to say that? But
Well, because it might be spelled like
KK Cumbler. It's like for white supremacists.
KKK Cumbler.
KK Cumbler.
so last I checked, Cumbler was they were basically trying to recreate the blog style functionality of Tumblr, but specifically for adult content. They were basically trying to swoop in and save all this content that was about to be torn down. And I believe they launched. I'm not.
You can't do your because you're K. How do you spell it?
CUM.
No, I'm kidding. Oh wait, is there an E in it?
No.
Shit. I always forget because straight people like to include the E like Tinder.
Yeah, Tinder has an E.
It's just stupid.
Tumblr does not.
Tinder has an E.
vowels are,
Grindr doesn't.
Grinder does not, and
I
it
guess
was
Scruff has a vowel, but
Like, learn your shit, people.
yeah, but like E's are always dropped.
but
Okay,
if
this
it
is
was
taking
Scruff
forever to
or
load.
No B, no E. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this is a thing.
Yeah, it was taking
but-
a long time to load. I did get to the like sign in point earlier when we were before we started recording, so it does seem to exist. I can't speak to its quality yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question.
Next question.
Andrew said,
Oh.
it says GayTube was my first gay porn site.
Oh, I remember. I mean, like RocketTube, GayTube. Those are like a few.
Xtube.
Xtube. Those are all ones that YouPorn. Those are all ones I used when I was like baby gay and didn't know that
I
there were
want to
better
fill
things out
all
there.
the tubes. That's all.
Cumbler with your Cumbler. Ooh, Cumbler. It loaded. Anyway,
Yeah. So check out Cumbler maybe.
maybe.
If the
Next
Tumblr
question.
format is what you're
How's
looking
this
for.
going? Are we taking 20 minutes per question? Mm-hmm. Great. Next question.
Next question from Joel. I was going to ask you ridiculous questions, but I actually have a serious one that I would be really curious for your thoughts on. You both talk about fighting depression a lot. How do you like your significant others to support you when you are depressed? For example, Kyle, what did you appreciate Jack doing or not doing to support you?
You had a hard time not saying my boyfriend Jack.
Yeah. What do you appreciate Jack doing or not doing to support you while you were in the throes of your depression? The background. I am not depressed, but my boyfriend is. It feels like he is pushing me away and doubling down in his misery. I am really struggling to keep a connection between us and find ways to support him in ways that he appreciates. Any advice or thoughts you have would be great. You ain't advice columnist, but don't worry. It's a dirty job, but I love my boyfriend enough to shift through your bullshit and find the hidden gems.
Oh, boy.
So first of all, in case you didn't know, neither of us are licensed to give advice in this arena.
Oh, I should have started with that when I started describing specific ways to put butt plugs in there. Like, I'm not, no one
I
gave
am
me
not a butt doctor.
No, I'm
no,
I've earned enough hours for my PhD.
I think as somebody who struggles with depression, the most important thing to remember is that depression is not that person's fault, and it's not as simple as just having enough will to get over it. I think that there's this myth or perception or like thread of consciousness in our society that says it's just because you're not trying hard enough or doing the right things. It's hard to explain, but that's just not true. Like, go ahead.
I've thought about this a lot. Yes, 100%. People are like, if I say I'm depressed, people say, what happened? Why are, like, what, you know, they expect
What's the reason,
there was a,
right?
and even like, you know, obviously being depressed, like, it comes and goes. You know, it comes and goes. But when it kicks in and I'm like, oh shit, I'm having a really depressed day, people will be like, well, what happened? Nothing happened. I'm just depressed. So I liken it to, if you are sitting in bed and there's a 1,000-ton elephant sitting on you, like, and you can't get up, no one would blame you. If you had 2 broken legs and 4 broken arms somehow, like, and you can't get out of bed, no one would blame you, because like they see the physical thing that they're like, oh, of course you're not getting out of bed when your legs are broken. Depression is like that. You can't see it. It's in your brain.
Yeah.
So they can't see that they're like, it is like, you just may not be able to get up.
Right.
And I think that is why people think like, well, what happened, or why can't you, or just do it because I can. So sometimes, like, I until Jack, before I met him, I would very much just
Your boyfriend Jack, who's your boyfriend?
Yes. I would just close up. I would not talk to him or anyone. I would not talk to people about it. So sometimes, like, the best thing is just like lay with me and cuddle me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just knowing you're sitting there with me, or like sitting beside me, or putting water beside me, or like, you know, like doing, especially if they are closing up on you. If they want to talk, obviously listen, do it in a non-judgmental way, do it in a way that, you know, it can be scary, the things they say. I'm thinking about suicide. I want to, or have hurt myself, or like those things.
Yeah.
And so when they do talk, not responding in a fearful, scare, or like, I've had people be like, oh shit, that's horrible. Or like, ew, I can't believe you did that. Or just, okay, thank you for telling me. That's like a really powerful thing. Thank you for telling me that. Thank you for sharing that. Please tell me more. Please tell me more often when you feel this way. I would love to hear about it. I'm so sorry that you're going through that. Please tell me. Sometimes talking, they're not going to talk, and just literally lay down beside them or touch them. I will also say, Jack has done a really good job of telling me what it's like being a partner of someone with depression.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that, because you also don't, especially if you're dating them, like, you're going to get in a place where you got to find someone, even if it's not your partner, even if they're not ready to hear that, find someone, your therapist, your friends, your family, whoever, that you can talk about what it's like being the partner of someone who is depressed. Because that's fucking hard work. It's shitty. You're going to have to go through shit. You're going to have to deal with shit you don't get, that you shouldn't have to. It's going to be difficult. And like, it's just like, you know, families of alcoholics, or like, you're going through your own shit dealing with this person. So find someone to talk to about that. Yeah. And whether that's your partner or not. So.
Yeah. I think Cian actually here in the comments on our Facebook feed said it really well. I'd say mental health is being a listener, not a fixer. And especially men, I think, have this tendency to try to fix things. Like, what is the problem? Let's find the solution and apply it. Like they're like it's that easy or that simple. And
I think finding the place where you intervene is really difficult, and it's probably in general worse. It has to be worse than you think to intervene. Intervening meaning, say, you need to do this thing right now. So don't tell them to get exercise. I hate this. Is I think. Yeah, that was my depression in a sound. It sounds like that. Don't like for me saying, go exercise. I'm like, fuck, I know it. I can't get out of bed. You should eat better. Have you thought about blah, blah, blah? Fuck you. Yes, I have. I can't do it because I'm so fucking depressed. I can't do that shit. So yes, don't try to fix it. If someone is bad enough, you may need to say, you need to go to a therapist.
Yeah.
Or, for me, go get your medication today. You have to get your medication today. You are out of medication. You haven't taken it for the past 3 days. You need to go get your medication today.
You've never gone 3 days without taking it.
Sometimes I want to feel a little crazy. I'm like, I'm getting bored. I want to spice things up so I don't take it. I'm like, ooh, I'm floating all day. Also, I want to kill myself. So maybe I'll.
I meant dicks, but.
Also, to fight depression, get a penis inside you. Anyway.
So I hope this helps.
Yeah. He said he's fine with shifting through our bullshit to find a gem. So hopefully there's a gem. So hopefully there's a pearl necklace somewhere in there.
I think also depressed people know that they're depressed. It's okay to talk to them about it.
Not always. It's okay to say the word depression. Yeah, like to be like, my mom, she tries really hard. She's like, oh, how are you doing in being happy today? Which she's trying to not always, frame it in like.
Is your mom smart?
She's very smart,
but like
not in tune with these kind of mental.
The opposite
things.
of depression is not happiness.
Yes. Oh, that's a big thing. Yes, I learned that. Yeah, the opposite of depression is not depressed. It doesn't mean you're always happy or sad or whatever. It just like depressed people just have a different state of being and living that you don't understand. And
Yep.
Anyway, let's.
Next question, Dan.
Not lighthearted necessarily. Or could be.
Great. Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
This is maybe more for Mike. What is it like to be gay and married? I'm going to get married next year in May to my wonderful fiance, soon-to-be husband Nick, and just wanted to know your experiences and views. That's from Joseph.
Oh.
Well, Joseph, you're making a terrible mistake.
It worked real well.
No, I get it a lot, like because I was married to a woman and then I was married to a man, and people ask like, what were the differences, or what is that like? And really, I think it was the same in so many ways both times, that you are sharing your life with somebody. You are in close proximity with them. You share the same space. You probably share the same finances. And so it is an exercise in learning how to be with somebody but not lose yourself at the same time. And codependency is all about one or both of you losing yourself in the other. And Alanis Morissette said, I don't want to be your other half. I believe that 1 and 1 make 2. And that is exactly what marriage
She also
should
said,
be.
it's like rain. Good Alanis Morissette, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, you sound just like her. I was like, oh my God, is Alanis here?
Isn't it ironic? Sorry. Okay.
I heard the math said a little different, which is 1 and 1 make 3. That when you're in any relationship really, but in a marriage, you marry someone, 2 people come together, and they each retain themselves, but they are also the relationship.
There's I think healthy paradigm where it's you and it's your spouse, and then there's the 2 of you, and those are 3 different entities that need to be worked on in different arenas. And But as far as being married, being gay, I'm super glad now that gay marriage is the law of the land, because there was a time when my ex-husband and I would go to, like, are we married? What state are we in? Right?
Like, people that have been together for fucking 30 years and are like, we should, like, this is marriage. But it's really cool now that you can remove that whole fucking shit. People that are nowadays, people can't, like, you can't go back in time, but, like, yeah, to remove that ambiguity and that layer between you and straight people, it's really nice.
If I could turn back time.
Yeah, back. Do you believe in love of love? Oh wait, what is it that Jack McFarlane does on Only Gays?
If I could
turn back time.
Yeah,
And Cher's on the episode, and she's like, "No, it's this," and she's like, "No, Tam." What I never thought of. Can I? Actually,
it's your
say
podcast
something
too. Fucking say whatever you want to.
What I think is really interesting that I've never put together before, of you having been married to a man and a woman, is when you talk about the similarities. Like, I assume that a marriage is about love. It is, of course, that's the foundation. But you were married. You could not be fully in love with this person because you're gay. You can't. No fault if you're like, that's not. You couldn't be fully intimate with this person in that way. But there's still similarities. So it's not, marriage is not about love. It's not all about love.
Right.
There are, and I think you're more talking about, like, the inner work, the day-to-day, how do I live with them? Who cleans? Who takes out the trash? How do we have our own friends? How do we live together? Like, all that shit that's like, marriage is not just we love each other and that's enough.
Yeah,
there's a lot more to it.
There's a difference between the experience of sharing a life with somebody and commitment and love. Those are three different things, and marriage is ultimately about commitment, because once that's there, once that anchor is there, you will work out what it's like to live with each other. You will work out the ups and downs of, you're not always going to be fucking attracted to that person. Like, there's going to be patches where you think that they're disgusting and gross and you hate them, and then it'll come back. It goes in waves, and, like, suddenly you're back to, like, yeah, you're hot, let's bang a lot. I think at the end of the day, marriage is about commitment and just that shared that shared belief in each other, whether it's good or not right now.
Shared belief in each other. I really like that sentiment. Yeah, when you're spending the rest of your life with someone, you're like, you gotta believe. Hopefully, you believe in them, because you're like, that's a long time.
Yep, absolutely.
Thanks, Mike.
Great. Are we back?
Is there anything about poop or I don't know, something more that's...
I haven't pre-read this one, so let's just dive into it.
Yeah.
Hi, Mike and Kyle.
Hi.
I absolutely love your podcast.
Oh,
Good.
I first found it while trying to find something to listen to while going to sleep. But
I'm glad we could be there for you.
But I found you guys are too entertaining and distracting from sleep, LOL. I would love for you two to talk about lesbians or just girls liking girls, and perhaps the fetishization of it in porn, media, etc. That's from Jennifer.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, sometimes ladies love ladies. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually called lesbians.
Good point, Mike.
I don't quite understand, like, the mechanics involved in lesbian sex, but that's just because
You touch each other's vaginas.
Yeah. Great.
I don't know.
Is that the noise lesbians make?
Boop.
But
Clit boop.
I think so. I mean, the most interesting part of that question, I think, is the fetishization.
It's a hard word, isn't it?
Can you tell that we've taken 100 shots before this? Okay.
Fetishization.
Yeah.
Because there's this concept that straight dudes love to watch lesbian porn. Like I want to see two ladies hooking up with each other.
Yeah.
And I think so. First of all, a dude being with two ladies is a three-way. A dude being with a lady and another dude is called a devil's three-way, right? Like, if there's a scenario in which three people are having sex with two ladies is the way to go.
Yeah.
And I think porn is very much male-driven, or at least produced for males, and so that feeds into what they want.
They want lots of ladies. And
Yeah.
them all to be lesbians, but also, like, the problem is to think that lesbians are into you because you have a penis. I think that's the problem, is like, no, lesbians literally like the puss. Like, they don't. I really weird. Like, my dad even was like,
Your daddy.
oh, gross. I can't do that. You can't. I know I say you can joke about anything, but I can't with that. When he was like wrestling with me being gay, he was like,
You and your daddy wrestling.
I don't like that I'm drinking Menage a Trois wine, because that makes me even more uncomfortable. So he said to me, for some reason, I find it easier to accept two women being together than two men. And I wanted to be like, because you're fucking a horny dude that wants to see ladies, like, you're a straight dude.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that, completely agree, fetishization.
Yes.
Wow, I've had 100 drinks too.
No, it's hard to say. I think it's hard
I
to say
have
sober.
not, and
Dan, say it.
Fetishization.
Dan, I
But the
couldn't
first
speak
time
words.
the first time I said it, I stumbled through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm right there with you, Kyle.
Oh, thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
Drink this wine. I completely agree that, like, because it is a patriarchy, male-dominated society, then women being with other women is easier to accept, but in a way that's not actually accepting of homosexuality, in a way that is like a perverse version of that they want to fuck those ladies, or they love seeing those ladies together because they think they're like actually into dicks. So for that reason, I think two women together is easier on the surface for people to accept, but harder for people to think they're serious. Because people say that, I think people are more willing to accept women's sexuality as way more fluid, and I think that's actually true on some level.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's like.
I don't
because
even know if it's okay
I
to think that anymore.
I think it's true, but it's like the question is that society, or is that truth that women are more? It's probably both. But anyway, like, but it's harder to be like, oh, you two ladies just love each other and love ladies and don't want a dick there. Like, to fully accept their relationship is more difficult. Whereas two dudes being together, initially, it's grossed out. You're grossed out by them. You're like, why would you want to rub your penises together? But then once you've like accepted that part of it, then you're like, oh, you two are committed to each other. So I think it's easier to be like, once you get over the hurdle of how you think it's disgusting, it's easier to be like, oh, you two are in a committed relationship that is just the two of you.
Do you think... Okay. Why do I think that two dudes being together is more threatening than two women being together?
I mean, like, that's because patriarchy.
But what's like...
Because men run things, men like seeing women, men run things, men decide what is okay and what is not okay, and they're more okay with two women being together than two men.
But why?
Because they're sexually attracted to the women, they're not sexually attracted to dudes. So seeing other people, like, they understand, straight men understand sexual attraction to females. So when they see women, they're like, oh, you love boobs and vaginas? That's crazy. Me too. When they see two dudes, they're like, oh, you're touching butts? Like, I don't want to touch. I've spent all my locker room days avoiding looking at this. That's gross to me because I don't personally understand it. Straight men personally understand the feeling of being attracted to a woman, so they can understand on that base level lesbianism more than gay men.
So Alex says, I had a straight female friend once who said that two women kissing was pretty, that it was, quote, like art, but two guys kissing was like a, quote, pair of bears wrestling over a salmon.
I mean, 2 salmons, really, if you're lucky. No, okay. Salmon, nom, 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 nom. This year, in addition, Tuvlo is my number 1 Spotify artist because
So
she's incredible.
weird.
No, I love seeing her make out with ladies. There's like a video where like I've been like there's a Jessica Jones season with Trinity from The Matrix. I forget her real name. It doesn't matter. Carrie Ann Moss.
Yeah.
Like
you
being
can
a
remember
lesbian.
her name. You should trust your memory more. Nope, I take it back.
It's all
forget I said that.
cut all of this. I just there's something beautiful about 2 women kissing because I think like they're naturally smooth and they are soft and have like boobs. I don't know. They're like there's something like smooth and beautiful about 2 women kissing or being together that I like. I'm actually into that. And 2 dudes is like we're hairy and we're gonna like I don't know.
I mean, I'm into it. So
Rub my beard on your nose, or I don't know, whatever dudes do together. What's the next question?
next question, Dan.
All right.
Oh wait,
Oh.
should we play a voicemail?
Sure.
Yeah, we got some voicemails leading up.
All right.
and so we're gonna play.
You're on the spot telling me I have to figure out how to do this.
Okay, or figure that out while Dan reads this question. We'll answer this question and then we'll do that.
No, I like being under pressure. It turns me on.
Okay, great.
It's like
Dum dum dum.
Don't fuck it up, Kyle.
It's
Come on.
like-
Faster. We're all waiting.
Dum dum dum.
There's like an entire room full of
Dum,
people
dum,
sitting
dum,
waiting
dum,
for you
dum.
to do this.
this is like the ice cube to my nipples of
Oh God. Okay, I got a boner. Your boyfriend made me have a boner at a bar.
Uh-huh.
Great.
Happy birthday to me.
Okay.
Hello, lovies!
Hi.
It's the Fat One. I just wanted to call and wish you a congratulations on reaching your 100th a little show. You know, the BFO.
Thank you.
Hit episode number 100 back on June the 19th, 2008.
God, you're old.
Jesus fucking
Almost
Christ.
10 years ago.
People have
Well,
been
it's
listening to you
true.
for that long?
And I just wanted to say how much I've enjoyed listening to the gay boys and
Yeah.
how lovely it was to meet you down there in the Norlands, despite you vomiting. And, that
was you, Mike. That wasn't me.
sleeping through everything and being overserved.
Okay, that was
and,
both of us.
being made to do naughty things with other attending beings.
That was you, Mike.
Let's not go there.
They didn't
but,
make me.
Anyway,
You did it willingly.
I just want to wish you many more. Hopefully, you'll make it to episode 3,000 soon.
Nobody wants that.
And the big fatty, are they going to be alive that long? Well, I don't know. But anyway, congratulations on episode 100. And am I supposed to be asking a question?
Yes.
Yes.
But do it
all right,
fast.
the question will be, Mike, do you want me to tell the whole story of you shotting yourself, no? I know what it. Here's a question: is the job you have now? Is it the result of the sharding interview that you had, or did you did that one kind of fall through? And anyway, thank you for calling, and bye bye now. Yes, McVetti.
This is maybe one of my favorite things. I know I like penises a lot, but also, so I'm going to just say this for our new listeners. Hi, welcome to episode 100. Goodbye, see you never, because you're never going to, you wouldn't care about this. You did a interview over Skype, over the computer.
Yeah.
You did a futuristic interview.
Yes.
And during it, you had to shit yourself. You had to shit, and you couldn't leave because you were in the middle of an interview. So you shit yourself and stood and sat there.
Just kept a straight face
sat
while
in your
poop
own
was
shit.
coming out of my butt.
You were pooping.
Yep.
You were sitting there.
Yep.
My worst hookup ever.
So first of all, Big Fatty, thank you for calling. Always glad
you.
to hear from you. And that's an excellent question. Just an excellent question.
It's better than coming from down South America. Oh, Big Fatty. Oh, you don't want to talk about that. Oh, it's a real America. And we're just answering your questions here.
The short answer is
Yes.
I did not get that job.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Your current job is the job you got from that.
No,
You didn't get that job?
I had 2 interviews that morning, and one was for the company that I work for, and the other one was the one that I shit during.
You didn't get the job where you shit during the interview?
No.
That is surprising.
I know.
Just so many. I didn't realize that. Do you think shitting yourself had a negative impact on your performance?
I don't.
Or do you think that was really reflective of you as a person?
Hold on, I don't think so, because despite shitting myself, I still got called in for a second interview.
Oh, that's right. You went in person. Okay, the real question. When you went to an in-person interview,
Yes.
how many times did you shit yourself while talking to them?
Only the once.
Just
No,
in
0
person?
times.
No,
0
you
times.
didn't. You were sitting there in the chair, and they're like, "What's your biggest strength and weakness?" And you're like, "Well, my biggest strength is my ability to keep talking while I'm shitting myself. My weakness is very obvious then, based on my strength."
Apparently, my "please don't poop now, Mike" face disqualifies
More
me
telling
from
than you-
working there.
Well, thanks, Big Fatty. Thanks for joining episode 100.
Thanks, Big Fatty. We love you.
Yeah, we love you. You're fine.
Bye.
Bye. I believe this is from the gay mailman,
Oh yeah.
who leaves us many a voicemail, and we
Yeah.
listen to all of them, and he's funny, but he leaves us messages while he's driving on his mailman route.
Hey guys, I have a few more questions. This one is another for both of you. What is the biggest relationship deal breaker for either of you? My guess for Kyle is not muscular arms. What would you guys do if you won $1 million? And Mike, this may not count for you as you're probably already there. Do either of you have a bucket list? If so, what kind of things are on your bucket list? Let me write down a few more. I'll call you back here in a minute.
And he did. I have several more voicemails from him. He's
Okay.
awesome. There are several questions in there and more.
Dan, you're sober. What was the first question?
Well, I'm reading it.
No? Okay.
Relationship deal breakers.
Relationship deal breakers.
Surprisingly, I know I'm like really attracted to muscular arms. That is not a relationship thing. That's just a fetish flex for me. I love it. So that's not a relationship deal breaker.
It took me a while to get here, but I think relationship deal breakers, I have accepted that I'm good with being open. I know we've talked about doing an open relationship episode eventually. That part was fine. I'm burying the lead, aren't I? Hold on. You can fuck whoever you want to, but you're in love with me. That's the
So the deal breaker would be like developing feelings for someone else?
Not even that. It's just that I am your first. I am the primary.
Yeah.
And that has to be inviolate.
It's inviolate?
Inviolate.
What about in
You can't
fuchsia?
You can't you can't violate that.
Oh,
Inviolate.
got it.
I was thinking of the character from Jawbreaker, that Rose McGowan movie. Never mind.
Fuck. Is her name Violet?
Violet.
Violet Beauregard? Willy Wonka?
No.
No?
She turned into a blueberry.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's a real thing.
And
okay,
then
anyway.
they juiced her. I want to know what they did with that
They
juice.
juiced her? They set her on fire? Oh, sorry.
Fuck whoever you want to. I think I'm in a place where I think that sex can and should be just about having fun, but like
That's surprising to me because you are like emotional about sex,
right?
which is strange.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I guess it's just that I like, even though I am not that person, I understand the person that can have meaningless or casual sex with other people.
Yeah.
And it's just like we are together. We are in primary orbit around each other. Sexually outside of that, that's okay. But
Yeah.
love is love, and we are committed to each other, and that's what constitutes the relationship.
I do agree. Like, yeah, this is kind of the reverse question of what's not a deal breaker, but that is for other people. Yeah, I agree. Like, we have these weird boundaries of like, if your lips touch another person's lips, for some people that's cheating and a deal breaker, but like they can fuck up. They can not show up to your 40th high school reunion. I don't know what events people show up to.
Yeah.
Like they can
Sister's wedding.
sure, they can call you names. They can yell at you. They can like there's all the shit that we deal with that's more emotional or more physical or whatever. But you kiss someone, yeah, I don't understand that, and I don't live that way. And deal breakers for me, I love people that are passionate about something. And what I used to think it meant that they had to have a college degree, that they had to have a full-time job, that they had to do like, you know, there are certain things that I thought were what people had to do. And what I've realized is it's not about that. And this is actually what I suggest everyone does. Like really evaluate what you want in a person and like break it down to like, what is it really? Because I actually don't care if someone works 60 hours at their job. What I care about is that they're passionate about something.
Yeah.
If they don't work, they're a waiter. I don't know why.
A waiter?
I was going to say waitress, but I'm not dating. I don't know why. And then it turned into waiter. If you're a waiter at a restaurant, like you can be a waiter, but like that's fine. But care about something. Is it helping the planet? Is it hugging pandas? Is it I don't know anything else of any other social cause. Those are the only social causes. But like be passionate about something. So not doing that, just like floating through life, I can't get behind. Also, deal breaker, if you don't love watching Netflix, Jesus, you're not gonna like half of my life. Because like yeah. What I mean, you said what it's not a deal breaker. What else is a deal breaker for you?
A deal breaker.
Yeah, it breaks the deal.
Is that when the deal is there and then it's broken?
Yes, it's like passing out cards and one of them falls off the table.
Great.
It's a deal breaker. So oddly weird.
I don't think this is going to be a popular answer, but it's true.
Uh-oh.
I need for you to get along with my friends and family. Like...
That's a fine answer. That's
no.
not,
I think that there's this like maybe romanticized Hollywood bullshit ideal of like, fuck everyone, we're in
your
love. Your
in-laws hate
great.
you, but
yeah.
my love, yeah.
I don't think that's okay. I think that you are a product of where you came from and who you associate with and who you're related to, and like you've got to be able to at least, you don't have to thrive, but you have to at least exist in that ecosystem successfully.
Yeah.
Because like everybody hated my ex-wife, and that's not okay. That's not okay. Like it makes life really hard, and it makes you make terrible decisions and make excuses for them, and like I think that's important. That's really important.
I agree with you. Like the people you surround yourself with, that's not always family, but a lot of times family, and your friends, like they reflect something about you. So if your significant other doesn't like your friends, like what is it that it's not a disconnect? It's actually the root of the problem is not the disconnect with your friends. It's you like your friends and they don't. Like what are the differences, or what are you blind to? Because being in love, as we've discussed, is not...
Love makes you stupid. Love makes you stupid as fuck. You will make terrible decisions.
It's never made me stupid. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay, great. Okay, go.
My last relationship that did not work.
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, which we've nicknamed him. What I was stupid. Tell me from your perspective what I was stupid about. Like, what would you have told that you couldn't, older me or previous me? What in what ways did I become stupid? You can be honest. It's fine. I don't care.
No, I think that he had a tendency to be kind of mean or judgmental. Judgmental, I guess, is the word that I'm looking for. Like he made it clear that he talked down to people. Made them feel. Hold on, I'm fucking wasted. Okay,
this is the right time to ask the deepest, most serious question ever. Yeah, that's fine.
He had this way of sneering at things, like Queenie, lobby mean-spirited sort of comments about things that just said, you have set a wall up around the core of who you are, and that's how you keep things away.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I like people's comments on him, good or bad or whoever it was, did not reflect the person I knew, which I think speaks to that wall that, and that's like weirdly something I'm into is like more like dominant personalities or aggressive personalities, which can and oftentimes does reflect then an inability to let people in.
Well, so I think there are a lot of dominant personalities that like they can do similar things or be similar people, but some people do that out of security and confidence, and some people do that because they are compensating for a deep insecurity.
Yeah,
and I don't know how to tell the difference, but I feel it. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I trust my intuition about people, and some people are that way because they are insecure inside, and they're trying to fix that by being aggressively repulsive.
I don't know. Did you just call my ex aggressively repulsive?
I don't know.
I mean, that's hilarious. You're drunk.
He had a giant dick, so whatever.
True. Someone told me something really smart that was like, if you have a violent, she didn't say this, if you have like a very negative reaction to any trait in a person, there's something about you that is responding to that. So that, that's not what you were saying. This is a very different
No, but it's not like we hate in other people what we hate about ourselves?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Or like, oh, they are this opposite thing to me. So I find people that are like very confident or very attractive, because I think of myself as not confident and not attractive. Like people that I believe are opposite to me, I have a strong distaste for, which is why I don't like Anthony Papini. Is that his name?
Anthony Porowski?
Is he the Queer as Folk guy? No.
Anthony.
Queer as eyes. Queer eyes.
Eye.
Queer eye. Yeah. Eyeballs that are queer. Yes, that's why I don't like him, because he is so attractive, and I don't believe myself to be. So that's it. Anyway, let's go to the next question.
Nope.
Oh, you have to pee?
It's the Kyle show.
Oh, well, you can ask the next. Can he ask the next question while the Kyle show is happening?
Yeah. 30 questions about me that he should answer while I'm not
Oh,
here?
yeah, or just like questions specifically for me. Again, we did not prepare you for any of this, and we're putting you on the spot with pretty much all of this, including being on video. Oh my God, people are still watching in the chat. Thank you.
I'll go back up to just the next one in line, which is, hi, I've been listening to your podcast with my partner who is bisexual, but often more on the gay side of the spectrum. But per your recent episode, he very much appreciates my vagina. We were recently...
In what ways? Tell me. Okay. So this is a female talking about their bisexual male.
It's signed Jen.
Okay.
So I may make the false assumption that this is a someone who identifies as female who's dating someone who identifies as male and bisexual, but maybe toward the gay end of the spectrum.
Okay.
Yeah. We were recently discussing his desire for more gay friends and community, and he said that the only way to get gay friends is to fuck them first.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah.
And P.S. He doesn't eat pie.
Okay, one, he's lying to you. Have you tried what is it? Cream of wheat pie?
Cream of wheat pie.
It's very yeasty. Yeah, there is a big thing in the gay community, to be serious, about it's not just being friends, but being like dating or like getting to. Now I'm talking to. Is this weird that now I'm talking to you instead of Mike?
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at you before.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
You were just.
You guys have a thing. I'm not here to get in between that.
Oh, yeah. So there's a thing about gay men that like to get to know them, dating, friends, whatever. You fuck them. You meet them on the grinder. You fuck them, and then you decide if you like them or not or whatever. So I totally buy into and agree. I have met many people through fucking them and met many friends through fucking them. So like, I think people judge that a lot, but whatever. Like that's absolutely a thing. However, we can also meet people through other ways. So how do you meet more gay people? I always think like any kind of like social activism, like anything that like gay people get together and try to do together for, plan a pride parade or, cultivate gay trees or whatever ecological
there's sports teams.
Thank you for saying that. I did not even think about the gay like sport. There are gay sports leagues, like there are gay soccer leagues, gay
kickball,
rugby.
Doesn't even have to be sporty sports.
Yeah.
You
so
can
there
play D&D.
Yeah. There are a lot of ways that gay people get together that are not at bars, that are not at Grindr, that are not at fucking. But those are all great. But there are ways to meet gay people. And I actually think a really hard thing, though, is being bi in a relationship with someone who is opposite. What?
I'm reading the comments.
Being bi in a relationship with an opposite gender person, it's almost like you have to. This is where you don't have to change. We do. You don't have to prove your bisexualness to us. You shouldn't have to. I think gay people demand it of them. Like, why are you here? Why are you at Pride? Why are you at this gay bar? Fuck that. Gay people, we need to learn that no one has to prove any reason that they're there. They don't have to prove that they're queer. They can be dating an opposite gender person. They can be dating...
No. If you're hot, I'll watch you being a dude. I'll watch you being a chick. I don't care.
Mike... just wants to see hot guys fucking trans, straight, dicks, whatever. Just fuck. So we need to be more accepting of there are these kind of relationships. But yes, there are other things outside bars. But
nothing. So first of all, Andrew says that Kyle, I don't find Anthony from Queer Eye hot either.
Oh, I find him hot, and that's what it, sorry. Thank you for supporting me. I also find him super hot, and that's what's annoying to me, and that's why I dislike him. Because
Cian says, I didn't realize how much we were missing by not seeing the video of each episode because Mike and Kyle are very animated with their hands while they talk.
Are we? Who would know? I wouldn't. Would you?
Maybe.
Perhaps. Mike, do you want to arm wrestle? My other nose.
No, not again. How many noses do you have?
My other one.
Okay,
it's
great.
my butt, and it's bleeding.
Kendra says yes, right. It brings it to a whole new dimension.
About what? Did she support something I say? Yeah.
No, seeing us apparently is like a new...
Oh, this whole thing is about seeing us? We haven't been doing anything like really to the camera yet.
And then apparently they saw me prancing to give Kelly some weed.
If there are two things you love, it's prancing and weed. We call you High Prancer. Prancer can't be in the row of Donner hates Prancer because his Prancer's so high.
My well-known nickname, High Prancer.
High Prancer. Okay.
What's next? Yeah. Wait, no.
Oh, do you want a beer?
Beer first and then questions. Hello.
How long are we doing this episode for?
I don't know.
Did we decide when we're ending?
Good?
When did we start? We started like...
It's
been in like an hour?
It's 8:20. We have to stop by 9 so Dan can go to the airport.
Where are you going, Dan?
Topical to the question of
you're going to
non-sexual friends.
Puerto Vallarta?
I'm picking up one of my closest non-penetrative friends, JP, from the airport.
Okay, you use that phrase pretty regularly. Non-penetrative friends. That doesn't mean you're not jizzing.
We have never, JP and I have never done
jizzed
never
together.
Jizzed in the same place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And
would you?
We used me picking him up at the airport or dropping him off as like a way to like have like an excuse to hang out sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he usually takes me to Taco Bell.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. Great. Thank you for the beer.
Yeah. Oh, and JP taught me about podcasts. He's the one that grabbed my phone and said, "Here's this purple icon. It's a thing."
Awesome.
So you have him to thank for.
I'm pretty sure. So when we get numbers from, God damn it, when we get numbers from our hosts, we we see like where people are listening from, and
I actually have a question about this.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Maybe I
do
should
it.
read it and then
Ask. Let's do it.
Robbie says, you guys always joke about how few people listen to the pod, but what are the actual numbers? How many listeners does the average episode have? What was the most popular episode? How many countries listen to you? I tell people about your pod all the time and absolutely love Gayish. Thanks for all the laughs and tears.
Thanks.
Do we
I especially like the tears part.
It could be tears. I'm not sure.
Ooh, I've had some
okay.
tears in my life. Do we? I don't feel like we tell people how many people listen. That makes me uncomfortable. I don't think we should say that. It's like my dick size. Like, it's for you to find out, not know.
Okay.
Right? Or do you want to tell people?
I mean, okay, no. Here's what I will say, and it's live, so can't take it back. How nervous are you about what's going to come out of my mouth?
100.
Is that more or less than usual?
I'm usually a 98. I'm not nervous. Slightly. Okay.
I would say that every episode is heard by more than a village, more than a town, but less than a city.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Also, if you were to ask me how many people have been in my butt last year,
More than a town,
more than a village.
more than a city.
Which village? Anyway, yes, we joke about no one. I mean, we're self-degradators.
You're blocking the feed with your wine.
Wait, the feed?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They just like somebody said I love how Kyle just put the wine bottle in front of the feed.
Well, it's right. I don't know why I should be pretending to be anything I'm not. Yeah,
You don't have a gag reflex.
That's
Don't
true.
pretend.
That was fake. That's acting, ladies and gentlemen. And by people, ladies, gentlemen, and bisexuals. Why did ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary people? Yes, we joke about it. I suck at this. We'll brag a little bit. We have way more people that listen than we ever thought.
Way more people than should.
It should. We are. We're always on the top 200 sexuality podcasts on iTunes, and recently we actually just bumped into. So, like, there's a health category with lots of subsections. Sexuality is one of the subsections
like with actual doctors that are curing cancer. And
Do you
shit.
know there's people that have podcasts that are named like Dr. something? I don't know. Dr. Kyle. We actually just recently got high enough on the sexuality charts that we were on the main health list as like number fucking 190 or whatever, 187 or something like that, which is the reason that's big for us is because they're like the main categories you can you access on your phone. Like the subcategories, which we're usually in, you can't get on your phone. It's hard to find. It's difficult. Like these are the primary ones. So we were actually on the top 200 in health, which is really cool and big enough that Davey.
How is this healthy?
How? Which part? No, like I mean, big enough. It was the one of the coolest moments. Honestly, was Davey Wavy, who we both knew and watched his videos on YouTube. Like he's been doing it for fucking 17 years.
Yeah.
Then he reached out to us and was like, "I want to be on your podcast." And he was like, "I want to be a regular." And we were like, "Yes."
But then he kept his fucking shirt on the whole time.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So people listen.
Yeah, people listen.
Yeah.
Next question. I'm assuming this is somewhat curated by you, Kyle, but this one sort of sounds like it comes from Scruff. The complete question. This comes from MD. Sir, you have any podcast?
Okay, yeah. This is not Scruff. This is from Facebook messages. We get spam
Oh,
website, and this is through Facebook.
okay.
And yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Sir, we do
Sir.
have podcasts.
No, wait. They were calling us sir.
Oh, yes, Sir Mattermore.
No.
Neutral?
No. It's Mr. Sir to you.
My name is Mr. Sir Michael. We have podcast. We have good podcast. We have podcast that listens and loves.
We have podcast in you.
You are the real podcast. The podcast is in your heart.
Great. Next question.
All right. This comes from Jay. I've been trying to think of something to ask for episode 100, and the only thing I can think of is to ask how both of you decided to go down the road of podcasting. I know that you may have explained it before, but I'm drunk right now, and I can't remember if you ever explained what led you to podcasting.
Oh, you're one of our listeners.
Love you both, and Happy New Year.
So that's actually
Wait, is this Jay? Is this Blind Guy Jay?
Blind Guy Jay. It's Blind Guy Jay.
Oh, you didn't write that. Dan, interpret the people. This might be Blind Guy Jay.
Okay. First, part of my answer is, how do you write questions to us? Like, I'm super impressed that we live in a world where if you're blind, he's super blind. If you're blind, like you can like go on the internet and write questions to people. It's super.
Mike,
what?
You're stupid and offensive. His guide dog does the internet for him.
Okay. Also,
rough, type, rough.
Also, Blind Guy Jay, I love your dog more than you.
Oh my God.
Don't take it personally.
No, we love you a lot, but it's just that's how cool you're talking. It was really cool. I don't know the inner workings. I know that's what you really mean at the root of it. And he was like on his phone. He was on his phone. Well, when we met him in New Orleans, and he was like swipe, reading, swipe, reading, swipe. So yeah, they got, blind people. They can read. Sorry, that sounded so mean. Anyway, yes, they can read and type and whatever. Anyway, how did we get down the road of podcasting? We wanted to offend all the blind people. We hated blind people and needed an avenue to really express that.
So I forget who it was, and I might have just made it up. I might have made it up. But I have this memory of somebody saying, "You guys are funny. You should start a podcast."
Oh, you faked that. No one said that to us. Definitely. No, I don't know. You might.
Somebody
serious,
said
I
that
don't
to
know.
us.
Oh,
Somebody
okay.
said that to us, and I was like, "Duh."
I don't know what you're talking about, but now that you've said it, we should definitely do that.
But we had worked on creative projects before.
Yeah.
You're a writer, an aspirational filmmaker,
Yes.
and I'd been involved in some of those projects before. And
I've gotten your edits on writing. You've helped me produce films, and yeah,
and I'm amazing. So I was going to improve you by being with you on a podcast. No. We wanted to do something together and start it from ground zero together, and this seemed like that's what the cool kids are doing, at least in Portland.
Yep,
and
Portland. Or a podcast. Yeah, I agree. And then we both. I feel like we both, when we did that we talked about dumb brainstorming where we take forever. This was actually a really good thing. We wrote down 1,000 different titles and did a ton of brainstorming.
The things that this podcast could be called aren't gayish.
You're welcome, because they were horrible. Anyway, but I think we centered in on neither of the gayish concept. Neither of us are interior designers, or neither of us are
watch RuPaul
six packs, or neither of us.
I used to.
I know. I don't have less than an 8-inch dick. So what do I do? What do I do with that? No, we both kind of agreed and kind of centered it on this thing, and apparently we didn't know this, but apparently we can talk about it for fucking ever, as evidenced by this 13-hour marathon of us talking. Yeah, and we didn't know. I will say about podcasting, if you, in general, the rule about podcasting is just start it, because you'll figure it out later. The biggest thing to figure out before is, what is your unique topic that no one else is talking about? Because we saw a lot of gay podcasts that talk about society and culture and news. That's the kind of standard. If you look at a gay podcast, it's interview with gay people, or which we do too. We do all of this to some degree. It's interviews with people. It's talking about society. It's pop culture. It's those kind of things. And we were like, well, why isn't anyone talking? We don't care about We don't care about that shit. I don't care about pop culture. I used to read Pros Hilton, but I don't anymore. I don't care what this celebrity did or what.
He follows us on Instagram, right?
I know. When we did those Anthony pictures.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care about that, but also follow me.
But like, why isn't anybody talking about what it's actually like to be gay? Because
that is
it's
not,
not what you think.
It is, and it like
or
those
what you're
people
being
like
shown.
it's. I love those people. Those people are really important. It's important to have gay representation, but like real gay people, we do not spend our entire lives talking about pop culture and fucking whatever. Like that is 5 to 10% of our lives. The rest, we actually talk about human shit. Like we're regular people. We talk about our sex and our parents and our where we live and what
our
food we're
jobs
eating and our jobs and our how cute my dog is. Everyone in the gay community talks about my dog Reynolds. Yeah. So I think realizing that large gap, we just wanted to fill it.
Fill that gap. Fill that gap.
That's a great segue.
Oh no!
To the first of two questions from Bastermater.
Great.
Bastermater. Hey guys.
Hey.
Got a couple questions for your 100th episode.
You only get one.
All right. Well, I'll go with the fun one. So Mike has mentioned a few times about his luck finding the men with big dicks.
Oh, it's weird. I have a talent.
So what is the biggest that either of you have run across?
Neighbor Kelly is laughing over there on the couch, which I find.
Okay, so
Dan, is there,
to be fair,
is there any more things I can do?
More wine?
that box.
There's a box.
Oh.
Okay, so to be fair, I don't pack around a ruler with me when I go places. I don't show up and bang and then be like, hold on. Let me.
My favorite thing my friend, like maybe that anyone has literally ever said to me in my life. We were like, how big is your then fiance, now husband, but we were like, how big is your fiance's dick? And she was like,
she put her fingers in her mouth.
This long. It was brilliant. It was subtle. I fucking loved it. Anyway.
So
About yay long.
So
About knuckles deep. Anyway, sorry.
I want to be clear that memory is a weird thing. Sometimes you remember things that didn't actually happen. Sometimes you remember things in different proportions or colors or arrangements. Like, memory's a weird thing. Like, our memories are imperfect, and I understand that. But I was at Doghouse Leather up on Capitol Hill, which I also think of as the dildo store. And they have a whole wall of dildos. And the one that looked...
Oh, the dildo.
the dildo wall. Yeah. The one...
It's right by the t-shirts.
It is by the t-shirts.
Yeah.
You walk in, you turn to your right, you go past the lube.
Hold on. The dildo wall has non-human silicone penises. There's, like, horses and elephants and, there's aliens. There's, like... This place is amazing. Anyway,
I've been to Doghouse Leather. Have I missed the elephants?
We'll take you to the tentacle dildos next time we go. So with the understanding that memory is a weird, foggy thing.
Sure.
The dick that I think that I have been, the biggest dick that I have been with, I think after the fact matched the 9.5-inch dildo, which goes to my theory that there are no 10-inch dicks. There are few over 9-inch dicks.
Well, that's
Like,
statistically wrong.
No.
The data I showed you said there are not many people who have more than 9-inch dicks, but but you're just assuming that 0.0005% is zero, which it is not.
You have very strong opinions about giant penises, Kyle.
Math.
All I'm saying is I don't think there are any over 10, and that there are few over 9. And the biggest dick in my butthole's past was like 9.5. That's the
Ghost
zone.
of dicks past. I mean, mine is probably around 8 or 9.
An alert listener just put it out. We talked about elephants again.
Okay, here's a serious question. Let's all get serious for a minute. Do elephants have big dicks or just big trunks? Or do they use their trunk as a sperm shooter? Real talk.
Oh, it's like a reverse ovipositor.
I don't know what that is. Do we have another?
How about this one?
How about this one?
This is from Kyler, who is gay and 14, and points out that they are not too young to listen to the podcast.
Oh, man.
I believe, if I remember correctly, they said not too young to listen to this podcast in alternating capital and lowercase letters, which if you still type in capital and lowercase letters, you are too young to listen to this podcast. We talk about adult themes anyway.
The question is, what are your guys' thoughts on furries? Excuse me.
Okay, we're not going to answer that question. We're going to talk about the fact that you're 14 and listening to this podcast, and that's probably not okay.
Don't do it.
Your parents should take your phone away.
Yeah. They're not doing a real good job of locking down
But keep
that phone.
listening. We need the numbers.
We need the numbers. Tell all your 14-year-old friends. They have tiny penises, but they'll get bigger.
Okay, wait. Let's be. Wow, you're going to hell.
Hi.
I'll meet you there.
Okay.
First of all, we can't advocate listening to this if you're not 18.
Oh, true. Legally,
But separate from that, it makes
everyone listen.
it makes me really happy to think that, like, when you grow up gay, you don't have any sort of connection to the gay community. You don't see it in mainstream media. It's unlikely that you have that as an option for your like high school. Like, maybe if you live in a really progressive place like Seattle or San Francisco or whatever, there will be like a gay straight alliance or something.
Yeah.
But I would not recommend us as that connection, but the fact that we can be that for somebody is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, and I feel like going back to like why did we start this and what do we like about it? Like the fact that not everyone connects with or resonates with the here's what celebrities wore yesterday and why we're bitchy or whatever they do in podcasts. Like the fact that we can, like, someone in the middle of Kansas can be like, I listen to you and finally like kind of feel like a part of the community now. Like,
yeah.
Yes, you're right. Like we're unfortunate that like we don't get to have community all around us. Straight people get to have fucking straight people everywhere. Like even monkeys are mostly straight. Like they get to go to the zoo and be like straight monkeys, straight elephant. And we gotta wait for the male penguins to fuck because we don't get gay people all around us. So podcasts are an amazing place to actually have a gay community that you might not have. You should absolutely get one in person, but that sometimes takes time. That sometimes takes moving. That takes opening yourself up to experiences. Shut up in your butt. And you gotta fuck, and then it'll be but like, and the fact that we can at least substitute for that until someone is ready is really cool. So you're 14 and don't listen to us, but thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
furries.
How do we feel about furries? So I really honestly believe that everyone, if it doesn't hurt anybody and they are capable of consenting, whatever you do is great. Like whatever gets you there, fantastic, right? And I believe that about furries. I don't get it. Like I don't share any of that attraction or feeling or thought or experience. But I support it, and I think it's fantastic. So it doesn't do anything for me. In fact, sometimes furries will show up to things, at least here in Seattle. Like there's fetish night at CC's first Saturday every month.
I was wondering where you went to that they were just like, and there's a furry. But I am your host, Cleo. It's great to see you. Here's my boyfriend, Dan. Also, here's our friend, Joseph.
Right.
He's a squirrel tonight.
I mean, they do. They show up, and like when you can't see their faces, and it kind of scares me. And like but I totally support it. I think it's fantastic. It's clearly a thing. Like there's a big enough of a community that it's not just people being weird to be
not a
weird.
one-off,
like they're into it.
Yeah,
they're into it, and that's great. That's fantastic. You like fly your freak flag high. Fly your freak flag high.
Squirrel fuck all you want.
Yeah.
I couldn't have. I 100% agree with you.
Bang coyote.
Ditto. If you're the Roadrunner, bang the coyote and really repair those damages that have been done. Tom, just go find your Jerry. Anyway, okay.
I think I've reached the level of drunk where it's like when I get real high, I'm having a hard time talking. My voice mouth is quiet.
This is 98.7, The Edge, and we're here coming to you live. Watch out on the traffic for the cars with headlights. There's one stopped on the side of the road. It's causing a slowdown on intersection 20. So, coming up next, Lady Gaga and Fergie, and Fergie's new album, I'm Still a Lady That's Living.
42 degrees and sunny.
Josh Duhamel's husband will be singing a song with her voice box.
He was hot. I would let him
he's
do
currently
dirty things to me.
Love Simon. I would love
Josh
him.
Duhamel?
Yeah, he was in that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I'm the worst gay ever.
No. He looks different, and you're like, "Who's that hot guy?" And you're like, "Oh, that's the Transformers guy." Like, it's just like really, it's crazy. Anyway, do we have? What do you want to do? Like one more question? 17 more questions?
Whatever.
Let's do one more question, then let's wrap up. We have to do gays and straights, which neither of us have thought about until now.
Are you ready to play the
Nope.
break song?
Oh, yes.
Okay, great.
Get ready with that.
What's next?
Last
I'm gonna
question.
read one that I kept reading one word wrong and I couldn't understand it.
I'm excited.
Dan, do you hate your life right now?
No.
Are you glad you signed up for this?
I absolutely am.
Oh, that's
It's
so
very
nice.
exciting to be officially a part of the podcast. So, I'm gonna. So part of the question that I kept reading over and over was the actual question part, which was rate me on a scale of 1 to 1,000,000, and I thought it said how pretty I am. Because I can't read, apparently, which made no sense in the context of everything else.
I remember this question.
Text-based questions are really difficult.
It's petty. How petty am I being? Right
Yeah,
now?
how petty am I?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm recently out of a medium term. We were together for like 6 months relationship, and during that time, the guy bought me underwear with the subliminal message of we should take our relationship to the next level.
Marry him.
And start and start having sex. At that point in our relationship, Jacob, who this question is from, didn't feel like they were ready for that and told his partner that, which he said was okay. A month later, he caught him using Grindr. Obviously, I dumped his ass, is what he says. Mm-hmm. And then rate me on a scale of 1 to 1,000,000. How petty am I? To this day, I still wear the underwear he gave me because that's the closest he will ever get to my ass ever again. Also, congratulations on getting to episode 100.
One, that's not petty. That's fucking hilarious. Also, two, you didn't want to have sex with him. You might not be gay. Consider exploring your straight side.
Okay, so
no, sorry, that was a stereotype that I was making a joke about. You cannot want to have sex and be gay. Anyway,
I'm going to play devil's abacus for a little bit. That's a Cecily Strong joke. It's not my joke.
Okay.
But question: do you think violating terms of a relationship that you haven't actually explicitly said out loud as a boundary counts? Counts as cheating, right?
Yeah,
Like if
that is a great question because I mean we just talked about just only 2.5 hours ago. Did we talk about like I said kissing someone is not the big thing it's made out to be, but you're right. Like everyone should clearly define their boundaries, and sometimes people just assume they're there. And being gay it's really cool because you get to violate the norms, but in the same way you get to be gay and not date a woman, you get to date a dude.
Yeah.
That norm violation then includes like let's actually talk about what are our rules, what is our relationship.
Yeah.
Can
So
you say norm violation a few more times for me?
is that someone's name?
No,
Sorry,
it just sounds sexy.
Mr. Norm Violet. Oh, I want you to
Violate my
norm my
norms.
backdoor norms.
Norman, take your pants off.
Norman, violate me.
Because
yes.
I do think it's really interesting because if this is an example of you don't know if you're on the same page yet or not because you haven't talked about it,
No.
that's different than you do not go on Grindr while we are together. That's the price of admission.
Yeah.
And if then they do that anyway, and you discover that, fucking game over.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. You already established. I will also say, like, there's I enjoy. There's something about going on Grindr, which is similar to going on porn, like Grindr and Scruff. Like, there's something about talking to people in a sexy way, people you don't know.
There's dicks.
There's a thing I really enjoy, which is the penis part of the person. No, but like there's like all of these really cool, like nice sexual things that turn you on about being on Scruff or Grindr that we also need to, again, it within the terms, within the boundaries of your relationship, should be okay and be fun. But it says something.
Should be or could be.
Could be okay if you're on board with it. Yeah. I think we automatically say that's a violation, that's cheating, whatever. So could be, you're right, is not the word, but it, or should be is not the word, but it could be, we should be more open to those kinds of things. But what I think is very telling is, did you find that because they hid it? Mm-hmm. I think when people hide stuff, then you know it's because they think it's wrong. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Unless you... Okay. I'm doing the exception before I do the rule. Like, if you're like, I love hiding my jockstrap and then you find it and that's sexy to me, or I love, like, I would be into this, like fucking someone else and you come home and like see me. Like there's an attraction to hiding things. There's an attraction to... I'm ignoring that. I'm just saying, like, if you in general are on Grindr and you don't want your boyfriend to find out, you know you're doing something wrong. Right. So that sounds like this situation of like, odds are your boyfriend was doing something wrong. You caught them, and now they're caught, and that sucks. And so, but I also think like keeping something of your exes. Yeah, I guess that's really... I've never thought... I've always thought about, like, oh, wow, this thing, like, remains in my life that reminds me of them. But, like, that seems... or maybe when you're getting over them.
Yeah.
Like, in the first 6 months or year or whatever, where you're like, fuck you, I'm wearing this underwear because go fuck off. This is the closest you're ever getting to my ass.
Yeah.
That shit you gave me, other guys are going to now... I could see that being hot. Other guys are now going to take the underwear you gave me off. They're going to look at me and see how hot I am in the underwear you gave me. And they're going to fuck me and suck it. Not literally, because you're not allowed to do that anymore. Like, I could see that being so super hot. So no, like,
yeah.
On a level of pettiness, 0. Like, you wear your boyfriend's wear your ex's underwear, get turned on as
wear the underwear your ex gave you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get as turned on as you want by that. Use that to your advantage. Use that to feel confident when talking to other guys. And when you're ready, get rid of it. Because your new boyfriend that you're going to get is going to give you even better underwear that makes you even feel sexier because it's green. That's a sexy color. Sorry, I'm drunk enough. Okay, Mike, what is your opinion on this? I've been talking for 17 hours.
You talk a lot.
Hello. Welcome to Gayish.
No, I'm good. I agree. I think that's not petty. I mean, it's a little petty, but not in a like you're a bad person because you're petty. Sometimes petty just means that you know what's up and are owning it, and that's fine.
Petty would be like sneaking into his apartment and stealing his underwear, like that. That's petty.
Yeah, petty would be...
He gave you this, and it's yours to do whatever the fuck you want with.
Petty would be Last Dance with Mary Jane, or...
Wait, does that mean you smoke weed before you die? Is that what that means?
Or what's the other Tom Petty song?
Okay.
Okay, great.
If I saw you in heaven. Remember that song where his son died?
No.
Isn't that him?
No!
Eric Clapton?
That's Eric Clapton.
Fuck. Okay.
You're the worst. Okay. Should we take a break?
We should take a break.
Do you have the song? Yeah! This is the part where Mike and Kyle take a break. Can I pee on the break, or is it?
We're on a break.
But they're still watching us.
Be very quiet. Shush. We're on a break.
This is
Free Falling. Of course, that's a Tom Petty song. That was a perfect answer. Scott, I heart you.
Mike, we're on a break. Shush.
Fine,
Can
I'm
I
gonna
ask
pee.
a quick question?
Sure.
Related to the break?
Break question? Yeah.
Isn't there a Patreon level where they would get to see what happens during the break?
You should be our producer because, yes, there is... we have many a level of Patreon. apparently $200,000 gets you a sex date with Ma Johnson. But a more reasonable level, as low as $2. But yes, for I forget how much. For some level, I burped. But are you leaving, Kelly? You really just neighbor Kelly just watched us talk and then left. All right.
Yeah, now I don't have to listen to it.
That's true, Kelly. You're caught up now. You're up
Also,
on.
you don't have to pay the
100.
Patreon level.
You don't
that
have to
gets
pay.
you to the
You're literally
version.
hearing the break. Yes, there is a Patreon level where you get to hear.
Bye, Kelly.
Bye. We will be now recording one extra segment every episode we do. So whatever the topic is, we will record another segment about that topic that only Patreon members will get to hear. We thought, in doing a Patreon, it was like, what do people like? People like, I guess, listening to us. Mm-hmm. Why is your problem that you should delve into with your therapist? But people like listening to us, so if you pay more, you'll get to listen to us more. So we'll do one extra segment, which during the break we will do that segment together, and then post that to the Patreon page, so you'll get to listen to that extra thing. So the idea would be you'd listen to the full episode, then you'd get to listen to the Patreon extra segment, and if you donate just some dollars a month, then you can hear that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might hear us burping or yelling at each
Or
other
chewing food.
We're chewing
Like
food.
Mike is.
What do you have in your mouth, Mike? Ooh, it's
None of your goddamn business.
sounds crunchy.
All right. It's 2019. Are you keto now?
No,
Oh,
maybe tomorrow.
maybe tomorrow. I have been so far today, I think. Yeah.
Is that because you haven't eaten anything?
I was yesterday till I got here, and there was a lazy Susan of candy.
That's true. I'm gonna spin that around in my mouth. Okay. Do you want to do our gays and straightest?
Wait, are we back?
Oh yes, we're back.
We're back.
I think I'm listening to all of that. Leaving all of that in on the real episode, because I just talked about Patreon. If only Patreon members hear our ads for Patreon, it's really a self-defeating. Anyway, okay, yes, we're going to do our gays and straightest, but first,
We're going to do our gays and straightest. But first, our website is gayishpodcast.com.
we are on so much social media at Gayish Podcast. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr. And we have a group, facebook.com/groups/gayish podcast.
We have a hotline. You can leave us text messages or voicemails. It's 5855-GAYISH. That's 585-542-9474. Standard rates apply.
And our email, you look impressed, Dan. Did you not know that Mike can do that from memory?
No, I figured that he could.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Our email is gayishpodcast@gmail.com. Gays and straightest. We usually take some time to think about it.
Yeah,
but
we
we're
did
so
not
good
this time,
disorganized.
'cause
Dan, do you want to
these
do gays
fuckers-
and straightest?
Oh fuck!
You
I
can
haven't
think
even thought
about-
it. And
you-
it can't be sex, right?
Nope.
Only
Sex
if it's
is
with
not.
a lady, because then you're.
Then
Anyway,
it's the
you can think about it
straightest.
and
Okay.
decide if you want to do it or not. But Mike,
Okay. The gayest thing about me this week was last night, which was New Year's Eve. I was like a compass near north. There was
spell compass.
Yeah. There's hot guy. There was like lots of dudes here that I wanted to fuck. And I just kept spinning and spinning.
Did you fuck anyone?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
I'm so sorry.
Because there was a straight guy in my bed. He was macking on a chick.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That's
Yeah.
your bed's straightest this week.
Yeah.
Your bed
Yep.
straightest is cuddling with a. Yeah.
The straightest thing about me this week was a very dear friend of ours who was here last night. I could not stop looking at her boobs. And I even said to her, "Your boobs look amazing." And they did. And that's pretty
Can
straight.
you give me a hint about? Does she have curly hair?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, she's been rocking it. Like I don't know. She's always attractive, but like recently, she's just been bringing it with dresses and boobs and great hair and
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
The straightest thing about me is yesterday, I was talking to my boyfriend
Jack, who is
He's-
your boyfriend?
He's my boyfriend. We have a lot of poop talk. It's like, oh, I need to go shit, vacate this premises immediately. Like,
I'm gonna vacate, so vacate.
I need to, like, I just had, I don't know why, but I had a spell of shits that I just needed to be in the bathroom like every several minutes. Like, but we were just like, I feel like straight dudes are like, oh yeah, this big shit, like whatever, and they don't realize it's like, that size dick can fit in you. Anyway, but for me, I think talking about your shit is straight. We are very open and honest about our shits.
Straight guys talk about poop. It's weird.
Yeah, they're like, oh, don't talk about putting your finger and touching my prostate. But if a 10-inch poop comes out of me, everyone has to look at it. Yeah.
Because it probably felt good coming out.
Because pooping feels
That's the
good.
closest they get to getting fucked.
They don't know that their prostate, like, it's just like breezing past your prostate. It's like watching a porn star instead of getting fucked by a porn star. You just watch that porn star, but like getting him inside you.
You slapped your hands together, and I pictured like your left hand is clearly the ass, and your right hand is treating it bad.
If you were watching the Facebook Live video, you'd be so aroused right now. Or 2019, you'll never have sex again. Because
people are unsubscribing right now. Like,
I'm looking at the comments; they are all unsubscribe. The gayest thing about me, today, super hungover. Mm-hmm. Whenever I'm really hungover, I cuddle with my dog. And I don't he's little. He's like, yay long.
do you know he's black?
He's African Black American dog. Black dogs matter. And he I feel like cuddling with your small dog in the morning because you're hungover is like, it just feels gay. I don't know why. Like, anyway, we've said like,
I mean, do you fuck him?
And then I put it in his butt, which is no. I again, like, we've like, so stereotypes are stupid and wrong. Like,
yeah.
But a picture of a straight dude cuddling with their tiny dog, like it. It seems gay for dumb reasons, but anyway, that feels gay. Dan, do you want to do gay straight or not?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. For straightest, I'll do something that was a while ago, but I just felt butch as fuck doing it. I have a storage unit, like a storage shed behind my
Is it your butt?
duplex.
Wait. How big is your unit?
How much can you store?
Well, at the storage facility, I rented the biggest unit they had.
Oh, how much does it cost to rent? Sorry, you will never get through. Okay,
but
sorry.
Cedric and I are sharing it, so.
Great, that's a big unit.
Yeah. But behind my duplex, there's a storage shed, and it had a lock on it. But nobody could remember what the lock was. The landlord didn't know. The previous tenant, who was a friend of mine, couldn't remember. And so I bought an angle grinder, and I just angle grinded through the lock until and there's sparks flying everywhere, and it was.
You are 4 times hotter right now.
I met my ex on angle grinder.
Yeah.
That's hot. Okay,
Yeah.
What's your gayest thing?
The gayest.
What's your straightest thing? Being on Grindr. Anyway, no. What's your?
Wait, Andrew says both that. Yeah, poop feels like an inside massage, and now I like Dan more.
Aww.
Yeah, Dan's one of those people. Like, you talk to him and you're like, you're okay. That's okay. Sorry, Dan. Okay, what's your gayest thing?
I think the gayest thing about me maybe is how many Christmases I had to have this year because of how many people I'm dating.
How many Christmases did you have, and how many people are you dating?
You're poly, right? You're
very.
That's how you identify.
I have a lot of different relationships that each vary, and some of them are, they each one is unique and special. And
how many Christmases did you have?
Like 4 or 5 Christmases, yeah.
And how many relationships would you say you have? Like, I know it's like
it's
a boyfriend of a boyfriend or whatever,
yeah.
But I mean, roundabout. I mean, you can give a range.
I think we were, because this question came up a lot at the party.
I was talking to you yesterday, and I was counting on my hands.
Because two boyfriends, for lack of a better, for shorthand, 2 boyfriends were here, including one of their boyfriends, and then one of their boyfriends was here.
And we've met your boyfriend, a different boyfriend at a couple of different events we've gone to, like Halloween, and yeah. Anyway, how many boyfriends roughly?
I think
give a range.
I think the count last night was like in the 6 to 8 range. That
I thought it was
depending
like might have been. I feel like 12 might have been like with if you include the boyfriends of the boyfriend.
Just go with Baker's
but-
dozen. That's
Yeah.
Not yet. There's only so many hours in the day.
Well, thank you for, again, not only helping us with this, but also spontaneously doing all of it, including this case and straightest.
yeah. Thank
We
you for being our
appreciate
bitch for 4 hours. That's,
Yeah,
that's
thanks.
fantastic.
It's
I'm
your
used to it.
sexual fantasy.
So, yeah, this has been Gayish. Special thank you, as always, to Charlie Finn for the use of our theme music.
Thank you to everyone for listening and tuning in and helping us figure out what the fuck we're doing.
I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Guts. Until next week, be butch, be fabulous, be you.
See you next week.
For 101,
101.
101.
Are we gonna fuck a Dalmatian?
I know a furry Dalmatian.
I'm Cruella DeVille. I'm Cruella DeVille.
What?
101 is 2 dicks in 1 butt, right? The 0, 2 ones.
Yeah.
That could have been my gayest thing.
Okay, everybody on Facebook, bye.
Bye.
We heart you.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for putting up with us.
Why are you listening?
Aloha.
Bye.
Wait, I'm pushing the red button and nothing's happening.
Hello again. This is Mike and Kyle After Hours.